Hey guys, I thought I'd make a quick video here. I was starting to write out how to make a cut up, and I decided that it might be a lot easier if I just showed folks how we make cut ups right through the Hudl system. I think it's the most important point that Silky Ice actually made, which is to condense down the video. All that stuff about positive and negative reinforcement and all of that's important too, but that should be, in my opinion, that should be within the cut up itself. Okay, so let me just quickly show you how easy it is. Okay, here's a game from last year. I'm going to open up Opponent Scout. I'm going to check off 3 Scout games. So now we have all 415 clips in there. Now we're scouting this team. So what we want to do is filter out their offense. We hover over it, hit Analyze, Offense. Okay, we'll do a run cut up and a pass cut up. So I'll go over here and hit Analyze again and just grab all of their runs. So now we're down to 70, all 70 runs in those 3 games prior to us playing them. I'll adjust this screen so I can see a little bit more of the grid here as I'm looking at data. And then what I'll do is I'll do what's called a frequency sort. So what I want to do is I want to go to offensive play. If I click it once, it puts it in ascending order alphabetically. Click it again. You see the little arrow, down arrow, now it's descending alphabetically. The third time I click it, it turns into this little chart icon, which means that it's what's called a frequency sort. So you can see now it's in the order of what is the top run that they play, top play that they run. Obviously it's zone, and then blast, counter, QB follow, speed. You can see it all in that order now. Now you can go through and simply just check, and each one right now, check off each one that you want to put in a cut up. But what we'll typically do, and it makes it a little bit easier, is to hold down my left hand. Now I'm holding down the control key. I'll go over to gain loss, and I'll click it, and that's ascending, again the up arrow, but I'll put it in descending. So now what it's doing is it's subsorting within the zone play. It puts all of the top gainers up the top first. Those are the ones we want to show the players, the successful ones. So again, zone, I'm just checking off which ones. There's a 4-yard gain. So you know what? I'm gonna show them 5 versions. They ran zone a lot, so I'm gonna put that in there. I'm actually gonna skip over this machine strong because that's their short yardage. What we call machine in our terminology is just power I. So I'm gonna make a separate cut up for their short yardage. So I'm gonna skip over that. And then I'm going to go here and I'm going to do counter. Let's see, there's a 14-yard gain, 13, and a 7. I'll grab 3 of those. And you see all I'm doing is just going in here and clicking on 22, QB counter. Yeah, there was a few of those. So I'll put 3 of those. QB follow, they only ran a couple. So let's see, I'll do 2 of those. I'll give 2 traps. There's a few speeds here, so I'll go and grab, let's see, there's an 8-yard gain. A 2-yard gain. I won't even show any more because the rest of them are losses. Okay. Now what I'll do is I'll go over here to Save Playlist. Click Save Playlist and call it Gun Runs. When I click Save, anything that was checked off simply goes into this Gun Runs cutup. Now if I click it, you can see now it's exactly what I put in there. It's really that simple. I usually adjust it now. Now that I'm going to actually look at video, I'll kind of adjust it again to get the video screen a little bit bigger. And I'll go through these plays and I'll start watching them. If I need to remove one, I say, you know what, great, I don't want that clip in there. I check it off, go over here, hit more, remove clip. Yes, remove clip. And then it'll take it out. Now we're down to 16. So it's that simple to create the cut-ups. The other thing that we do before we share it out with them is we'll go through and make a couple of notes if we had comments that we needed to get to the players. In this game, one of them was actually a comment, and I'll use what we used last year, and that was that when the quarterback, and I just say QB at 4 yards, think, run, and that's kind of was a little tell that we had last year when we played these guys. I'd make a few of those notes within it again to point out certain things. Then I'd simply go up here to share. Send it to either the whole team, whatever groups, maybe just the defense. Write them a quick note to make sure that they, check this out by Monday, whatever. Hit share. And of course, it's just going to go and it's going to play all of our notes there. It's going to look exactly like it does here. The other thing to make note of is if you're creating your cut up and you're a couple hours later and you maybe come up with a play and you say, geez, I didn't put this in there. in the cut-ups. Maybe it wasn't one of their top plays, but I want to get it in that run cut-up. What you do is you simply grab it, check it off, hover your mouse over to the left, and it turns into that little arrow cross. Now I hold my left mouse button down, and you'll see what this says. See, it says one clip. I can do as many clips as I want. I just drag and drop it over the cut-up. Now you'll see this QB follow, and I probably already have this in there, but that QB follow will now be at the bottom of this cut-up. And there it is right there, QB follow. So you can adjust, you can get rid of clips from the cut-ups or add them in however you want. So it's very simple to just kind of adjust things, move them around. And when you do that and you get it down to this condensed maybe 10 minutes of video, I think you'll be really surprised how the kids will absolutely watch the video. They'll get into it. They can digest this because it's very simple. Another great point that someone made was unbelievable how many times kids watch this stuff now right on their device, on their Android or their iPhone. I've just been blown away. They love to just, as soon as they get that email from us, they pop it up and they start watching the cut up right there. So really, there's no excuses. We do our work up front to make it simple for them, and I think you'll see that they really will spend the time to watch the cut ups that we make.